to about 60 for the overnight low. Under partly cloudy skies, partly cloudy conditions around for your Saturday with highs in the mid-70s. Have yourself a great day, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster.
The views and opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of this station or its sponsors.
The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
Now it's time for Bill DeFabio on AM 1600 WKKX, The Watchdog.
And good afternoon, everyone. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. July 30th. I should remember that day, okay? I'm like I don't want to use the word. I'm like halfway here and halfway not here. I had two appointments in Pittsburgh today, one right after another. And I started all my work about 3:30 in the morning because I couldn't sleep, so much on my mind. Tonight's a special night at the Wild Things. I was going over some of the music because it's Italian night. And yeah, a lot of my music is Dean Martin. I threw in a Lou Monte, Peppino the Italian Mouse, and of course Frank Sinatra. And I put this outfit on. Then I'm realizing in both of my jobs, my job interviews, I can't go in there looking like this. So I put a jacket and a tie. I almost forgot how to tie a tie, Lola. Because have you ever seen me in a tie? You've seen me in a sports jacket, right?
Yeah, but I don't know that I've ever seen you in a tie.
And, I had trouble tying a tie because I almost forgot how to do it. Now I have bow ties, but I don't trust people with bow ties, so I don't want to wear one because I don't trust myself. I'm thinking of all this stuff, and then I hit traffic coming out at about 10:40. And I'm there, no. I don't want to get stuck on Green Tree Hill. Traffic was backed up. I guess there was some damage in Green Tree with the weather. We'll get to that in a few seconds. And I'm there, no. Watch something happen on 70, where traffic always, but everything was clear. Got here a little bit late, and went over to get the oldies calendar. I'd forgotten that the Xerox machine is not working, so thank goodness Biff was hanging around. He put everything on the screen, and I wrote down everything on a piece of paper, 3 pages. Now I just went over during the 12 o'clock break. I don't know what the hell I wrote. So bear with me today. We got a couple of guests. Butch will be with us for a few minutes. Also, Ray Fittipaldi. He doesn't have to cover Steeler camp this afternoon because they're having a twilight camp. They don't want to call it Friday Night Lights because they're starting at about 5 o'clock. By the time they get done, it's sunset. So they're calling it Steelers Twilight Night. And it is open for the fans. And something very strange happened yesterday. I'm going to ask, maybe I'll just tease it by something that was on the scoreboard that the Steelers put up for their fans. You talk about paranoia. I love the Steeler family. They put my kids through college. They gave me great ideas, and other teams, we went to Fabio to do a news service. But what they did doesn't surprise me because all teams now are paranoid of the media. And all teams are happy that we don't have access like we had with the players. Why? You got social media. You really don't need the media, do you? I know a lot of, the Post-Gazette, Ray Fittipaldo, usually they send 2 or 3 people on road trips. Well, if you're going on the road to like Kansas City, for example, you're not going to interview the players. You just stay at home and Zoom. Do the interviews off of Zoom. So it's just another way of the media. Nobody cares, all right? I'd hate to be a young and getting into this business. I try and talk to my interns. I had a little meeting last night during the storm. By the way, Lola, what's his name? DJ sent me a picture of a tornado in Steubenville. What was the other town?
Wintersville had them.
Yeah.
And,
What
New
was it like
Athens.
here?
Well,
Windy?
it knocked us off the air. I mean, we're still off the air. It was just raining really, really hard. And there was some thunder, but, you know.
Well, we had 3 delays at the Wild Things. I think I left there at about 12:30, and I made the mistake of laying down on the couch. Worst thing I ever did in a while. And, you know, I got up early to get ready for my sessions, and I'm there. Oh, man, I still got to do my morning sports. And it was just, instead of a Friday, it was like a Monday, you know? But, you know, when you do something on the air, people don't know, and they don't care if you've had a problem or not. So, but there's a lot going on, you know, the rich get richer. If the Pirates would change their name, I would call them the Pirates Prospects or Pirates Pittsburgh Farm. How about that? Because we're a farm team for all these rich teams to get richer. The Red Sox got richer. The Dodgers got richer. The New York Yankees got richer. They don't need prospects. They don't need minor leaguers. You know, if somebody stinks and they owe them $25 million, they just say, hey, get out of here. We'll go buy somebody else. You know, they don't need a minor league system. But it's crazy. And then, big news made in Cleveland. Terry Francona, one of the really, really good guys in baseball, he's stepping away as manager of the Indians. Can I still say Indians? Yeah, I don't have to say Guardians till next year. He's stepping away to focus on his health. He hasn't been healthy for about 2 years. And I was thinking of Lola this morning at about 5 o'clock, doing my sports update. It's a big story. One of 2 big stories. The biggest story, the Lakers just got better. You know, they went out and got Russell Westbrook. Think of this big 3. You think Brooklyn has big 3. The Lakers now have LeBron James. I'm still waiting to have a conversation with him because he said we all should have a conversation. Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook. He's not a good shooter. They might need a couple of basketballs for those guys. But the Lakers are a better team. But the big story in the NBA was the draft. The Pistons, maybe they'll get really good in a couple of years because they got a very, very good basketball player in Cade Cunningham, pick number 1. He said all of the right things. I listened to the interview this morning. All of the right things. Detroit used to be a primetime place for winners. Then he talked about Lambeer, Isaiah Thomas. We're going to get back to those good old days. What do you think, Lola?
I hope so.
Will we be alive?
I don't know, but I hope so.
Yeah. All right, I see the line is ringing. Let's take a break, Lola. I think that's Butch. Let's take a break, and we'll be right back. By the way, the Major League Baseball trade deadline, 4 o'clock today. My question to you is, it's a Q&A a little bit, all right? How many Pirates are sweating bullets right now, knowing that they could be traded? You know, I don't think Ben Cherington's done. He's got a relief pitcher that's pretty good. He's got a couple of bench players that's pretty good. A couple of relief pitchers to go along with Rodriguez is pretty good. So I bet the Pirates can't wait till 4 o'clock, all right? And maybe the Dodgers, the Yankees, and even the Red Sox. As much as I like the Red Sox, they're one of the big-time teams. They can do anything they want. And they'll probably make more deals, all right? Max Scherzer. Are you kidding me? And Trey Turner, both going to the Dodgers. Like I said, the rich get richer. We'll be right back.
Hi, it's Hoppy Kercheval inviting you to join me weekdays, 10 till noon for a statewide talk line. We talk about the big stories affecting us in West Virginia. We talk with top political figures, sports personalities, and sometimes just us folks talking, all offering our opinions on what's happening today. 10 till noon, right after the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard.
Over the years, you've brought opioids into your home. They helped when you were in pain, and you held on to them just in case. But holding on to opioids puts your family at risk. Learn more at www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
Hey, I'm going to the kitchen. Can I grab you a Coors Light?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Huh. I never knew there was a zip line in my fridge. Hey, buddy! Yeah. You got 2 Coors Lights up there?
You got it!
Always brewed down to 34 degrees. With a taste as cold as the Rockies, only Coors Light gives you refreshment every time.
Here you go. 2 Coors Lights.
Awesome, man. Wow, these are really cold.
That's the only way I deliver it.
Sure. I mean, you being a mountain climber and all.
Yep.
You probably need a pretty warm coat in there, huh?
Yep.
Hey, Ben!
Yeah!
Ask him if he has any nachos.
You got any nachos in there?
No.
Just icy cold Coors Light?
Yep.
That makes sense. It is the Rockies.
Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Wheeling Coin and Hobby on 10th Street in Wheeling, next to the Bridge Tavern in downtown Wheeling, wants to buy any and all unwanted gold and silver jewelry. They are paying top dollar for 10, 14, 18, and 22 karat gold plus 925 sterling silver. They also want to buy collectible coins and paper money from before 1933. Wheeling Coin and Hobby is open daily from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Saturday. Coin and Hobby, 304-232-8430, and add them on Facebook.
Hi, it's Tony Caridi, host of the CityNet Statewide Sports Line right here on Metro News. Join the Senator, Brad Howe, Coach Greg Hunter, and myself as we discuss the day's biggest sports stories, talking with coaches, former players, and sports writers from all over the state and across the nation, bringing you the latest from the high schools, colleges, and the pro game. So don't miss the CityNet Statewide Sports Line, weeknights at 6:06 here on the Metro News Radio Network and streaming live at WVMetronews.com.
For all of your IT needs, visit OmniPerforms.com. Omni Strategic Technologies, the only IT company that the watchdog trusts.
As of this morning, this has probably changed. In the next break, I'll try and get an update for you. The United States, yeah, we in America are happy. We lead all the medals with the other countries with 41. We have 14 gold, 16 silver, 11 bronze. China's in second place. Now, they have more gold medals than we do, but they only have a total of 38 medals. 18 gold, 9 silver, and 11 bronze. This guy, if I was giving out gold medals for local musicians, all right, Butch would get one, and he'd have to share it with the M80s.
Yes.
How do you like that, Butch?
I would gladly do that, yes.
Yeah, you'd gladly do that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm wondering, what those things are worth. Lola, is it pure gold? That sounds like a group from Washington.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Silver, bronze, I don't know. They got to be worth something if it has, like, Olympics on it. I have no idea. But before 1 o'clock, I'm going to check again, because you never know, because how many hours difference are we in Tokyo? 9, 10?
16, I think.
Oh, you ever been to Japan, Butch?
No, I have not.
Is that on your bucket list?
No, but it could be. I mean, it looks beautiful there.
Yeah.
But I have so many other places that are higher on my bucket list than that. And I'm not sure how long I've got before the bucket gets kicked. So,
Have you been to my country, Italy?
Italy, yes. Yes, I was there 2 years ago.
Yeah. You were in Rome?
Did not go to Rome. I was in Tuscany most of the time.
Oh, yeah, okay. Did you drink some wine, have some prunes,
I
olives?
did drink a little bit of wine. I'm not really much of a wine person, though, so I didn't. But I really enjoyed the countryside. It was just beautiful there.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
It is, and I can understand why. Most Italians don't care. Don't care what's going on, because you get the Pope, but you got like a new president every 6 weeks, it seems. Nobody cares about government as long as your family's taken care of, you got food on the plate, and you got vino. That's all you need,
Yeah.
Nobody has 2 or 3 cars in the driveway, Nobody. You don't see a whole lot of people wearing gold necklaces and stuff. Well, I did see that, but, it's just like we don't care. We're going to take care of our own and our neighbors, and yeah. Could I make the adjustment? I don't know.
They do dress very well over there.
Yes, they do.
Much better than we do here.
Yes.
You would not see men wearing athletic shoes, just out, doing anything other than athletics.
Yeah.
And here, that's I got to admit, I'm pretty American myself, and sneakers are my default shoes. So,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. I'll tell you what, I don't know if I ever said this on the air. I brought a couple of footballs with me the last time. My sister's like, you could throw a meatball out her window and it would land in the center of a soccer field. It's right below the mountain there. And I thought, you know what, there's a lot of kids there. So I went there one night after a soccer game, and the kids were practicing. So one of the instructors, a coach, I went over to him, and he spoke English. And I said, you know what, how about a little class here? What do you mean? Well, I played football a long time ago, but I'll just throw it to the kids, and maybe I'll have them kick it. It was the most fun I ever had. And they loved it. These young kids loved it because they really never had a chance to touch a football.
Yeah.
And then we're kicking like field goals, and they were using the soccer nets. All right. And me, I'm trying to show off, and I stunk. But they laughed, and they had a good time. And then they showed me how to try and kick a soccer ball. You know how you go down the field with it, you roll it. Oh, I sucked at that. But you know what? They laughed at me too. Like, look at that funny American trying to play soccer.
Yeah.
And I happened to go over there the year that the United States tied Italy, which was like a big upset. It was in all the papers, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, we tied with the United States, you know. But it's altogether different, and I ate well, and I always felt good because the air is pure and clean, and people are really friendly. Everywhere you go, you're greeted with, you know, hello, whatever. And you don't do that here. I say hello to people on the street, and they look at me like I'm an idiot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I do indeed.
Okay, we have a lot to talk about. Let's go down to the bottom of the hour, and I want to tell you about today. You know what today is, other than Friday?
It is July 30th.
Yep. On this day, you remember a guy named LBJ?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
LBJ on this day, in July 30th, 1965, that's when the Rolling Stones, I think, had 5 number-one songs. He signed the Social Security Act into law. You're a few years away from Social Security and Medicare, aren't you?
But there was this Social Security Act was signed into law many years before that. I'm
yeah,
confused.
but it turned into Medicare.
Oh, Medicare.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Now, guess who was the first people to get their Medicare cards? And the first 2 people to be enrolled? You'll never guess.
Lady Bird?
No.
No.
Former
Okay.
President Truman and his wife.
Oh.
How about that?
Okay. Yeah.
They were the first and second to be enrolled in Medicare, and the first to receive Medicare cards. I bet those babies are worth money.
I'll bet they are, yeah.
Lola won't tell anybody until 2045, okay? But on this date, Lola, you probably remember this as a young Lola having a lot of fun. On this date, 1975, Jimmy Hoffa disappeared without a trace. Was it from nearby Michigan, Lola, Detroit, or in Detroit?
No, it was just outside of Detroit from the Fox and Hounds restaurant.
Fox and Hounds. Okay. You ever been there?
Yeah, I had an uncle-in-law that worked there.
Oh, okay. All right. They couldn't find him, and he was declared legally dead 1983. Butch, why would they wait so long? I thought it was like a couple of years.
No.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
I don't know. Lola, do you know?
It used to be 7. At
Okay.
least 7 years you had to wait for somebody
All
to
right.
be declared dead.
And no truth to the rumor that Hoffa's buried in front of Lola's sidewalk there where she lives. No, I'm just joking. Somebody's going to say, did you hear what the Fabio said? Lola knows all about Jimmy Hoffa because he's buried. No, I have no idea. I like the movie Hoffa. Did you see the movie, Lola?
No.
Okay. Who played Hoffa? Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Did you see the
yeah.
movie, Butch?
Yeah, it's been a few years, but then there was that other more recent movie that depicted Hoffa too, with wasn't that who did that?
Depp?
De Niro?
No.
Johnny Depp?
Was it De Niro?
De Niro. Yeah, De Niro.
De Niro?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that's like 4 hours long or something.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I like the one with Jack Nicholson. Okay. All right, on this date, before we take a break, if you live in Westerville, all right, maybe you remember on this date, 1998, the Powerball jackpot was won by a group of machinists, 13 of them. The total was $295 million. They got together and had a team meeting and decided they wanted cash. So they had to split up $161 million. That story was all around the country, you know? You know, a group of people, machinists, hardworking men and women, and they win.
Yeah.
They win. So yeah, now, you split that 13 ways, you're still going to be in good shape, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would
they're
think.
probably doing well for themselves. Westerville, that's right north of Columbus. So that's
Was that where they had a tornado, Lola? Westerville?
I don't know. No, you're thinking about Wintersville,
Wintersville.
which
Yeah.
is just right up the river.
Yeah. Well, DJ, Mr. Hockey Puck of the Nailers last night, while I was doing a rain delay in the Wild Thing, sent me a picture of a tornado and underneath Steubenville. Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow. There were tornado warnings in Washington County, but I've never heard of a tornado around Washington County or whatever. But it was really dark. It would pour down rain, then the sun would come out. Then all of a sudden it got really cloudy, ugly looking, black and blue, so to speak, and lots of rain. And by the time the final pitch was attempted by Washington in the top of the ninth inning, with them leading, it was like midnight. So we all turned into pumpkins. I think there's still some people working there. But it was scary. Was it scary where you were last night, Butch?
It was dark, and boy, the television set was going crazy. The local cable, just broke in on everything. So I was trying to watch the news, and then WTOV was actually doing some pretty good reporting. And then the cable company kept breaking in with this obnoxious, that squeal. And right.
Yeah.
It wasn't really telling us anything other than, that there was a tornado warning. Okay, we've been warned. Now let me see what they've got on the radar. They finally, went back to it. But, so yeah, it has been pretty scary. We don't usually get this sort of weather in the Ohio Valley, as you know.
Yeah, all 13 interns last night, they were crowded in the press box. They were all arguing, well, my map on my cell phone says this, and said, well, on the computer it's wrong. And I said, I didn't know we had like 13 meteorologists here. Gee, okay. I just look outside. That's my weather. I don't want to look at a map, what's green, red, whatever. I just look outside. That's all I worry about. But, what else are we going to do? They did bring us up some food, but food I can't eat, like these big foot-long hot dogs with everything on it. And tonight is Italian night, all right? You'll love the music, because I picked some of it. I thought we'd have some music here, Italian music, but we had that last week with the Italian Festival. Enough is enough, as Lola would say. Let's take a break, and we'll be right back. We are the variety show with, how about this trio? Butch, Bill, and Lola. Man, we'd look good and sound good on the stage. Right, Butch? Butch?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
We'll call ourselves the M3. How's that? We'll be right back.
The Metro News Update is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
West Virginia Metro News. I'm Chris Lawrence. West Virginia's U.S. senators are excited about the bipartisan infrastructure deal.
Senators Joe Manchin and Shelley Moore Capito voted Wednesday to move forward with the proposal, which includes $550 billion in new spending on matters like roads, water systems, and broadband. Manchin says the bipartisan vote was encouraging.
To do it in such a toxic atmosphere that people believe nothing can be done in Washington, we're still proving them wrong and being able to operate in a bipartisan manner.
The group used measures on water infrastructure and surface transportation as a starting point. The Senate Environment and Public Works Committee approved proposals on both earlier this year. Capito is the committee's ranking member.
It's exceedingly important for our state. It's a lot of dollars for our highways, for our water, for our airports. And I think as a country, it's something that people feel is long overdue.
The proposal includes no tax increases. I'm Alex Thomas, WVMetroNews.com.
Wild night for those riding through Morgantown. Many found themselves in a quick deluge on some city streets like busy Patterson Drive. It was particularly treacherous where about 4 feet of water was standing. Authorities say 9 people had to be rescued from 6 cars that had become stranded there. Also flash flooding in the Star City and Westover communities amid that hard rain that fell. You're listening to Metro News, the voice of West Virginia. West Virginia State University, one of the 4 teams invited to play in the inaugural Chris Paul HBCU Invitational Tournament in November at the Mohegan Sun Arena in Connecticut. The tournament was created to spotlight some of the nation's historically black colleges in partnership with the Basketball Hall of Fame. Speaking of basketball, former WVU player Miles Deuce McBride picked 36th in the NBA draft last night, selected by Oklahoma City, but immediately traded to the New York Knicks. From the Metro News Anchor Desk, I'm Chris Lawrence.
At Menards, save big money on your next project with 11% off everything. We offer a wide selection of durable and easy-to-install flooring from Tarkett. Choose from vinyl plank, sheet vinyl, and laminate. No matter your style, Tarkett has the perfect floor for your home. Get 11% off everything now at Menards. Good through July 31st. Savings or mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local 83 want to thank the owners and contractors of the Ohio Valley for using their locally trained workers to help build for the future. Local 83 helps design, fabricate, and build the gas infrastructure for the oil and gas industry here in the Ohio Valley. Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local 83 is 300 members strong and growing. They also do residential, commercial, and industrial work on both sides of the river. For more information, call Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local 83 at 304-233-4445.
African Safari Wildlife Park, the Midwest's only drive-through safari park, is home to many animals from around the world. Feed the animals up close and personal from the comfort of your own vehicle. Stroll the walkthrough with its many exciting animals on exhibit and enjoy educational animal programs. Visit the gift shop for souvenirs, food, and cold drinks. Don't miss out on the fun and family adventure and the unbeatable photo opportunities at African Safari Wildlife Park, located in Port Clinton, Ohio. For more details, visit AfricanSafariWildlifePark.com.
Some people believe their kids don't need to go to the dentist because baby teeth don't matter, since they'll eventually fall out. Dr. David Kimberly, president of the Ohio Dental Association, is here to tell us more.
Actually, baby teeth are very important for your child's health and development. Healthy baby teeth help your child chew, speak, smile, and pay attention in school without the distraction of dental pain. Also, if a baby tooth is lost too early, the permanent teeth can shift into the empty space and make it difficult for the other permanent teeth to come in when they are ready. So it's critical to make an appointment for your child to see a dentist before going back to school.
ODA member dentists are located throughout the state, are dedicated to providing the highest quality care, are bound by the highest ethical standards, and obtain superior ongoing education and training. On your next visit, ask if your dentist is a member of the Ohio Dental Association and American Dental Association, so you know you're being treated by the best. To find an ODA dentist in your area, visit associationsadvanceohio.com.
The annual Wheelin' Feelin' Chili Cook-Off is right around the corner. Join us August 7th from noon to 6 for the Ohio Valley's best chili. Stop on down at Wheeling's Heritage Port to enjoy great food, an antique car show, and live music featuring the New Age Adinas and Eli and the Mojo Kings. The Wheeling Feeling Chili Cook-Off is an International Chili Society sanctioned event, and all proceeds benefit the United Way of the Upper Ohio Valley. Saturday, August 7th at Wheeling's Heritage Port from noon to 6, rain or shine. See you there.
Saturday, August 7th, Jim Frito Promotions presents Judgment Day Aftermath at the historic Moundsville Penitentiary. For the first time ever, we'll be featuring USA Boxing from 1 p.m. to 3:30 p.m., as well as amateur and professional boxing beginning at 6 p.m. That's 12 hours of exciting boxing matches that await you. The card will feature local elite talent as well as rising stars from across the country. Purchase your tickets by visiting Wheeling Island Pawnbrokers at 2 North Broadway Street, Wheeling, West Virginia, or by calling 304-233-0380. That's Saturday, August 7th, Moundsville Penitentiary. Come join the revolution.
Hi, it's Howard Monroe. Ooh, we had a very busy Friday on the Watchdog Morning Show. A look at the college conference changes that could be coming with Scott Nolde from WTRF TV. Newspaper editor John McCabe and I kicked around the mayor's State of the City speech. Brad McElhenney updated us on what Governor Justice is thinking about the Delta variant. And we talked about a state senator who's calling on Justice to resign. Plus, we have the Friday Funnies and more. Have a great weekend. I'll see you Monday, 7 o'clock, the Watchdog Morning Show. It all gets underway right here.
Come on.
And we're back. Hey, Butch.
Yeah.
You'll never guess what I'm holding in my hand.
I can't guess. No.
Okay, it's heavy and it's updated. It's all the concerts at the Capitol. We go way back. We start 2017. And when you know it, in 2016, B.E. Taylor, of course, he was there a lot. Even though he's no longer with us, we still have great memories, at least I do. But I'm going to go back to like 70s. Are you ready? It was a who's who in the 70s at the Grand Old Lady. How's that?
Yeah.
All right. Styx, Billy Joel, Uriah Heep, Blue Oyster Cult, Badfinger. I didn't like Badfinger. Did you?
I did. I went to see that Badfinger concert.
They were Beatles clone, right?
They were discovered by the
If you want it, hear it. Oh, you like them? Come on, I'm surprised now.
I liked them, and I'm a fan of Violet.
All right, well, that's your opinion. You know, everybody's got one, like noses. Rush, isn't that the Canadian group?
Yep.
AC/DC, wow, that was 1976. What's UFO? I see a lot of them, but is there a group? I guess so.
They were a band that mostly forgotten now, but they were a band in the 70s.
The Tubes.
They were pretty popular. Kind of a comedy band.
Oh, okay. Molly Hatchet.
Their big hit was "Don't Touch Me There."
Well, we won't.
Yeah, that gives you an idea.
The Tubes don't. We won't go there because it's a family show. UFO, Molly Hatchet, Judas Priest. I never liked Judas Priest. Did you?
No. Or Molly Hatchet, for that matter.
How about Black Oak, Arkansas?
They were okay. Really basic rock and roll. Really, the Badfinger's the only name you've mentioned that I really like of any of these bands. But you're in the 70s, so that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's go back to these are early 80s. Brenda Lee, Eddie Rabbitt, country really dominated. Ray Stevens has been there a couple of times. Boxcar Willie, you remember those commercials?
Yeah. Wasn't he supposedly selling more albums than the Beatles or Slim Whitman or something?
Yeah. So that's good. And I just think I screwed up a guess. Yes, I did. We're gonna take a break in 5 minutes. I got to rearrange some times here. Boy, I'm dizzy today. Who did that song? I'm so dizzy, my
Tommy Rowe.
Oh, I liked him. You liked him, right, Lola? Mr. Bubblegum Music? Tommy Rowe?
No, she didn't like him. I didn't like him either.
Yeah.
No.
That was
Lola and I are pretty lined up on
That was one of the songs that was always on the radio when we first started going out and riding around at night. So you were stuck listening to all that kind of bubblegum stuff because that's all that was on the radio.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was still a few years until we got our 8-track tape players hooked up to those things.
Yeah.
8-track tape players. Wow. I used to belong to the Columbia 8-track club, like the records. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, goodness gracious. Brenda Lee's been there like 3 times. Eddie Rabbitt, Mel Tillis, Dan Seals of Seals and Crofts. I wonder what happened to Crofts. I don't know. There's a rumor that one of the two played a guitar with that group, the Champs. Tequila, you know?
I don't know that.
I didn't know that either. Maybe that's fake rock and roll news. Yeah, whatever. That's still a popular song. We played it at the Wild Things. I hear it at PNC Park once in a while when I get to watch it on TV. Cheap Trick, they've been there a couple of times. You didn't?
Yeah, I did like Cheap Trick, and I saw them there. They were good. It was a good show.
I can't do anything. Whatever. Sawyer Brown, are they country?
Yeah.
Okay. George Jones. I wish I knew he was here. Sam Kinison. You had to like Sam Kinison.
Oh yeah, I did. He was great. I did not see his show here, but yeah, he was wonderful. He yelled about everything. He was just totally outraged all the time, and that was what was funny about him.
That's a really good thing. This is great. Mickey Gilley, a very popular. Porter Wagner. Man, you talk about who's who coming to Wheeling. Little Wheeling, West Virginia with all the big time stars, you know?
Yeah, country music especially.
Oh, yeah. And I guess they had a comedian about 10 years ago, 12 years ago, Larry the Cable Guy. I wonder
Yeah.
if that sold out.
He was pretty big for about 10 minutes, and Larry the Cable Guy, and all that sort of redneck humor. There were a bunch of redneck comics that were kind of making the rounds at one point.
I know you were a big fan of Beach Blanket Bingo. Frankie Avalon was here in 2002 singing Venus. Gary
Don't know
Puckett
how-
and the Union Gap, Young Girl. Probably can't
Uh-huh.
sing that today.
Yeah.
Neil McCoy, was he country or rock?
Neil McCoy's country.
Okay. Vicki Lawrence, what hit did she have? Lola, you familiar with Vicki Lawrence?
Mama's family.
Yeah, she's a comedian.
Oh, okay. The Wheeling Symphony, boy, Wheeling Symphony Pops played there a lot. Glenn Miller Orchestra? Are you kidding me?
Mhm.
Not the
Well,
Glenn Miller. Well, without Glenn Miller, of course.
Without Glenn Miller. But
Yeah. Oh, okay. It's I just found this the other day. I don't know who gave it to me, but I do
Yeah,
remember. I do remember the summer of 2013. The theater was closed for renovations.
And you didn't mention Bob Dylan played there. That was big.
I try not to mention him, but that's
And Bob Dylan, who else? Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
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 So, and of course, Teaser.
the Zodiacs. Who are the
yeah.
Zodiacs?
I don't remember.
They had to be a doo-wop or wop.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sammy
Yeah.
Kershaw, the Honky Tonk Sweethearts. These are Christmas shows.
That's Honky Tonk. They're a local country singing group.
Brian Adams, was he classic rock?
Yeah, he's rock. Yeah.
All right. All right, Butch, we'll do some local stuff and check the oldies calendar for today, but I got to take a break and find out where I screwed up with my guest this afternoon, okay?
Sounds good.
You know, I'm only human, right?
That's what they tell me. You have yet to prove it.
Let's take a break. I got to work the phones for a couple of minutes, Lola. We'll be right back to the Variety Show. Bill, Lola, and Butch. What a trio.
Hi, it's Hoppy Kirchville. Join me weekdays at 10 o'clock for Talkline. We'll talk about the big stories affecting us in West Virginia, top political figures, sports personalities, sometimes just plain folks, offering their opinions on what's happening today. 10 till noon, right after the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard
Quaker
Monroe.
Steak and Lube at the Highlands is the perfect place to relax after a long day. Happy hour from 3 to 6 Monday through Friday. Get $2 off appetizers, $3 off domestic drafts, and house wine specials. Quaker Steak and Lube, voted Best Wings USA. Quaker Steak and Lube at the Highlands with another steal of a deal. Get a steak burger and fries all day Monday for only $8.99. It's also Military Mondays. The Lube will take 25% off for all veterans, active duty military, and first responders. Quaker Steak and Lube, voted Best Wings USA.
Hey man, what can I get you?
Yeah, can I have 2 Coors Lights?
You got it. Hey Mike! I need 2 Coors Lights!
With a taste as cold as the Rockies, only Coors Light gives you refreshment every time.
Here you go.
Thanks, Mike. Doing a great job. All right, 2 ice cold Coors Lights.
That's the coldest beer I've ever had.
Hey, they don't call it the world's most refreshing beer for nothing.
Okay, be honest with me. Do you really have the Rocky Mountains in your beer cooler?
You don't believe it? Check it out.
Man, that's pretty amazing.
I know, right? I can't believe it myself sometimes. I mean, this cooler is only 3 feet wide.
Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Every weeknight at 6 p.m., join the voice of the Mountaineers, Tony Caridi, on The Watchdog. Tony informs and entertains WVU fans with the latest Mountaineer sports news. If it happens in the world of gold and blue, Tony knows about it and shares it with you. Sportsline, weeknights at 6 on The Watchdog.
African Safari Wildlife Park, the Midwest's only drive-through safari park, is home to many animals from around the world. Feed the animals up close and personal from the comfort of your own vehicle. Stroll the walkthrough with its many exciting animals on exhibit and enjoy educational animal programs. Visit the gift shop for souvenirs, food, and cold drinks. Don't miss out on the fun and family adventure and the unbeatable photo opportunities at African Safari Wildlife Park, located in Port Clinton, Ohio. For more details, visit AfricanSafariWildlifePark.com.
And we're back. 1:35. We're back. I'm on schedule again. Butch, you still with me?
Oh, I am.
Okay. All right. I needed that break to take care of some business for next week. Next week, by the way, listeners, ready? We're going to dedicate most of the week to the Hall of Famers, most of them Steelers, of course. All kinds of guests lined up. We're working on Troy Polamalu. Dick LeBeau, who will be a presenter, will be there, will be with us. And maybe over the weekend I'll get Troy's number. If not, George Von Benko's doing an interview with him on his show Saturday in Uniontown. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to edit it. Can we run after you do your thing with Troy? I said, yeah. I want to get Troy, okay? Joe Gordon, the PR guy for the Steelers for about 40 years, maybe the best ever in any sport. We'll talk about Bill Nunn. He brought a lot of the players of color to the Steelers uniform where other teams never heard of guys like L.C. Greenwood, Donnie Shell, and Joe Green. I mean, these are Hall of Famers. And they were all found by Bill Nunn, and I missed this conversation at Steeler camp. By the way, the Steelers will hold a twilight workout tonight, and yes, they expect about 7,000 people there, so that's going to be real good. And I'm going to be giving away tickets next week to some of the Hall of Fame ceremonies. Plus, are you sitting down, Butch?
Yes.
Tickets to see Brad Paisley.
All right.
He's going to be performing at the Hall of Fame. How about that?
That's fantastic.
Okay. Oh, yeah. He and Leonard Skinner. Did you like Leonard Skinner?
Nope.
Okay.
But
Well-
a lot of people did.
Yeah.
A lot of people really like Leonard Skinner.
One of the guys with the beard, ZZ Top, just passed away, didn't he?
Yeah, the bass player from ZZ Top passed away a couple of days ago.
How old was he? Do you
And,
know?
I think he was pushing 80. I'm not sure
I
exactly.
remember their videos from the 80s?
Yeah, they were quite the thing in the 80s as far as videos go. They were actually a huge hit in the 70s, but in the 80s, that's sort of when video took over, and they had several videos with hot girls, and people love that. You know. So.
Well, hot girls, you know, they I gotta be careful. They draw your attention, you know.
They do draw
because they have a great smile, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's one of my favorite videos? I saw it the other day on MTV. I get MTV and MeTV all screwed up. The video for "Take on Me," that group, "Take on Me."
Yeah, it's great video.
Great video.
Great. Oh
Great
yeah,
video.
I love that.
All right, before we hit the oldies calendar, which only take us a couple of minutes, what's on your mind? Take care of some of your friends.
Well, okay, yeah, my very good friends are playing all around the area today. First of all, I should mention this because I have some very good friends in this production. Godspell, the musical, is playing at the Strand Theater in Moundsville tonight and tomorrow at 7 o'clock, also on Sunday at 2 p.m. And they do a great job. I was in a musical there a couple of years ago, and they're doing yet another one, this time without me, but with some really good people. So Godspell, by all means, go out and support community theater. Those guys have put a lot of work into this production. That's it. And once again, that is at the Strand Theater, and it's tonight and tomorrow at 7 and on Sunday at 2 p.m. If it's music you're interested in, then boy, are you in luck. Because let's see, tonight the 40 Plus band is playing up in Weirton at the Weirton Event Center. That's free. 40 Plus band. I'm not sure what they play, but I could guess it's a wide variety of music. My very good friends, the Muddle, will be playing tonight at Wheeling's Wine Festival at Heritage Port. Now, actually, I think the Wine Festival is mostly tomorrow, but this is sort of a preamble to the Wine Festival. That's my best understanding. And I apologize to my very good friends of the Muddle if I've got that wrong. But 6 o'clock tonight, the Muddle, I'm pretty sure that much is correct.
Yeah, the Wine Festival is the 31st, which is tomorrow, 11 a.m. to
Tomorrow.
7.
Right, but this thing, I think, is in conjunction with the Wine Festival.
Yes.
They are playing now. Also tonight, Dan Welsh is playing out at Le Chateau Pierre in Smithfield, Ohio. Starts at 8 o'clock. Dan does a good job. My very good friends, the Muddle, will be tomorrow night at the Riverside Restaurant over in Powhatan Point, and they start at 7 o'clock. So, you know, the Muddle, really fine band, three-piece, and just very enjoyable. Just saw them a few weeks ago and just loved it. Also, Lola's and my very good friends, the New Age Adinas, will be playing at Ogilvy Park at the Lakeview Patio on Saturday night. They get underway about 7 o'clock. That also
So
is
you know
free.
everybody. You know everybody in that group too.
Oh yes, I do. Yeah, they're very good. They played at my house before.
Oh, excuse me.
That's
Okay.
what kind of very good friends we are. Speaking of Ogilvy, Ogilvy also has a Sunday concert series at their amphitheater. I was there a few weeks ago, saw a Beatles tribute band, and really enjoyed that. But then I'm a big Beatles nerd. If you're a bluegrass nerd, then this is your week. Go to Ogilvy. Now, the shows are free. They start at 7 to 9 p.m. This week it's Michael Cleveland is his name, and he plays bluegrass music. And also, I must mention that my very good friends in the M80s will be performing new wave music for free at Warwood's Garden Park, courtesy of the city of Wheeling, starting at 7 o'clock on Tuesday night. So Tuesday, 7 p.m., the M80s, Warwood's Garden Park. That's Tuesday, the 3rd of August. Believe it, it's almost August. Almost August here. One last thing, just in the realm of my usual shameless self-promotion. Well, I like to promote my very good friends. I'll put in a pitch for enterprises I'm also involved in, and it's Mystery Theater Unlimited. We will be performing How the West Was Dumb at River City, and that's coming up on Thursday, the 12th. So that's not next week's Thursday, but the following week. Still good time to place your reservations. You could call them at 304-233-4555. Make reservations. Only $19.95 per person, includes the dinner and the show. What a bargain. What fun. It's great. It's interactive musical comedy, murder mystery, original. We wrote it. You won't see this stuff performed anywhere else, maybe fortunately. I don't know. But people really seem to enjoy our shows. We've been doing it for 25 years. So, we must be doing something right.
Yep.
On Friday of that week. So on Thursday, we're River City. On Friday of that week, the 13th, Friday the 13th. So it could be lucky for you. We'll be at the View, which is in Grandview Park in Moundsville. Same price point, same basic idea. $20, dinner and show. Good time. Mystery Theater Unlimited. You can call and make reservations. You can call River City and make reservations for either venue, as a matter of fact. And that number, once again, is 304-233-4555. There, I got all of my plugs in really quickly.
Did you mention the Poor Man's Heaven tonight?
I did not.
Their classic rock and country, they'll be at Tiltonsville Gazebo.
Oh, is that tonight?
Yeah, well, the 30th. Ho, boo-boo time.
Yeah.
Only my third error in 40 years. That was June 30th. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm sorry. I got everything circled here, crossed out. It looks like a jigsaw puzzle.
I know.
Sorry about that. At least we gave them a plug. I guess they were good.
They are a good band. I know them. They're good.
And then up the street, we have the Greek Festival, okay?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Today, if you can't go, you got till tomorrow. Good food, St. John the Divine Greek Orthodox Church. The food is cooked right there. Everything's homemade. A lot of volunteers, a lot of good people, a lot of smiles. I love the food. We had Gus here yesterday, and I gained 20 pounds just to listen to him and all the treats that they have. The Greek pastries. Oh, boy, oh, boy. All right, we got a couple of minutes. You ready?
Yep.
What do you know about Peter Bogdanovich?
Not a great deal. I know he's a filmmaker.
Yeah, director of What's Up, Doc? I never saw that.
Oh, yeah, I did. That was funny. It's a funny movie.
What about Paper Moon? Lola, did I miss Paper Moon? I've yet to see it.
That was just on yesterday. And
okay.
It's Ryan O'Neal and Tatum O'Neal. It was Tatum's first movie role, period. Yeah. Yes, it's a brilliant movie.
And Bogdanovich had The Last Picture Show.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good movie, too.
Yeah. I think I remember that. Wasn't that a young Jeff Bridges?
Young
Might have been.
everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might have been.
Arnold today, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'll be back. Actor, former governor of California for a number of years. How old is Arnold today, Lola?
Oh, I don't know.
Might be
72.
surprised. 72? 3, 11, 73. And born on this date in 1950, Frank Stallone. I wonder how he got a job. That's not nice, is it? Okay. Hey, we're out of time. Thank you for your time, Butch. All right?
You bet.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. And I'll see you in the neighborhood somewhere because you are so entertaining. And I can't believe I'm saying this. You're very talented.
Well, thank you. Come out and see the M80 Tuesday at Garden Park.
All right, I'll try. If not, I know I'm going to see you at River City doing something.
Yep.
All right,
Okay.
thank you, man.
All right, bye-bye.
And we will cover more of the community events with Ryan Tucker coming up in the 2 o'clock hour. Right now, we're going to take a break. I don't know who I have next. I'm so confused today. Oh, 135, Ray Fittipaldo. So Lola and I can talk, okay? All right, that's all coming up. Say goodbye to hour number 1. Hour number 2 is coming up. I'm usually here from 12 to 2, but now we have EP, extended play. So for a while, I'll be here till 3 o'clock. We're going to have a lot of fun today. We always have a lot of fun. Just ask Lola.
The Watchdog is FM 98.1 W251CY, AM 1600 WKKX Wheeling, FM 97.7 W249DU, AM 1370 WVLY Moundsville.
The ABC News is
From ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. The CDC releasing the full results of the new science on COVID and the Delta variant that led them to revise guidelines, putting everyone back in masks. The data stems from an outbreak in Massachusetts from a group of vaccinated beachgoers.
The CDC identified nearly 500 cases among vaccinated people who had been in Provincetown, Massachusetts between July 3rd and July 17th. Most were infected with the Delta variant, leading the CDC to conclude that vaccinated people are able to transmit the virus in a way they were not with prior variants. The CDC called it a pivotal discovery that led to the new recommendation that everyone wear a mask indoors where there's substantial transmission.
ABC's Aaron Katursky. President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris holding a virtual conference today with governors of fire-ravaged states. The president says the major fires are having an impact nationwide.
Smoke from many of these fires burning in the west and along the Canadian border is affecting air quality in states across the country.
The working group focusing on ways to strengthen wildfire prevention and response. The COVID federal moratorium on evictions set to expire tomorrow. Republicans are criticizing the Biden administration for not getting the relief funds to residents facing eviction sooner. Democrats weighing a possible extension. ABC's Rachel Scott with more.
The money that Congress did put aside to help renters during the pandemic is not going out fast enough. Of the $47 billion available, only $3 billion has actually been distributed. Some states say that they are struggling to keep up with the amount of requests. They're having a hard time streamlining the process.
The first group of Afghans who worked alongside U.S. troops have arrived in the U.S. Senator Tim Kaine says they'll be housed at Fort Lee, Virginia, temporarily.
We have the first landing of Afghan SIVs coming to the U.S. in this kind of new chapter as the U.S. is ending its combat presence in Afghanistan.
You're listening to ABC News.
Hey there, it's CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger with an inside track on a company that could save your family over $800 a year on a basic service everyone needs, H2O Wireless. If you're with Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile, H2O Wireless gives you the exact same coverage as one of those, but at half the price. That's right, H2O Wireless uses the same network, same towers. You can even keep your phone and number because switching is as easy as swapping a SIM card. Right now, get unlimited talk, text, and 15 gigs of data for just $36 a month. And if you want a new phone, H2O Wireless has huge savings on the latest iPhones and Androids. Here's what you need to do. Pick up your phone and dial pound 250 and say keyword get H2O. When you do, you'll save 50% off your first month. Again, dial pound 250 and say keyword get H2O, and your family could start saving over $800 a year today.
While the U.S. health officials debate whether another dose of COVID-19 vaccine is necessary, in Israel, anyone over the age of 60 now eligible for a booster shot.
This booster approved solely to protect the lives of older Israelis and the elderly, a group that Israeli research shows are most at risk to get seriously ill or die from a Delta breakthrough infection. Israeli health experts readily admit this targeted booster campaign will not significantly slow the spread of the Delta variant, but it may save lives. Jordana Miller, ABC News, Jerusalem.
Israel's president among the first to get his booster, calling it an important step for, quote, social solidarity. Another shocker coming out of the Summer Olympic Games, this time on the tennis court.
There will be no golden slam for the world's top male tennis player. Novak Djokovic, competing for his native Serbia, has been knocked out of the men's singles competition here by fourth seed Alexander Zverev of Germany. Djokovic will compete for bronze tomorrow. He'll also compete later in mixed doubles.
ABC's Jim Ryan reporting from Tokyo. We may soon find out how much would someone pay for a 40-year-old slice of cake. This one is from Prince Charles and Princess Diana's wedding back in 1981. It goes up for auction on August 11th. It's expected to fetch between $400 and $700. That auction advises the winner, though, not to eat it. This is ABC News.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a really big tree near your garage. Now, I'm a really big tree on your garage and car. And if you don't have the right insurance, the cost to fix this could leave you wishing money grew on trees. So bundle your home and auto with Allstate to save up to 25% and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Auto prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I'm Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
This is ONN. On the Ohio News Network, I'm Daniel Barnett. Data released Thursday shows the number of COVID-19 cases in the state is ticking back up after what seemed to be a subsiding pandemic over the past several months. The Columbus Dispatch reports the incidence rate is now about 77.4 new COVID-19 cases per 100,000 residents during the past 2 weeks. That's according to the Ohio Department of Health. Last week, that number was around 46. It's now above 50, the threshold Governor Mike DeWine formerly used in determining whether to lift health orders such as the mask mandate. Despite this trend, a spokesperson for the governor said there's no intention of reinstating mask mandates or other health orders. And health officials say the Delta variant of the coronavirus is creating symptoms that may not look like other COVID-19 cases, and in rare cases may affect people who have already been vaccinated. Olivia Eugenio with affiliate station WBNS-TV in Columbus has more with Dr. Maishika Roberts.
The health commissioner for the city of Columbus says vaccinated individuals might miss or even dismiss indicators.
They're presenting with mild symptoms like a cold or allergies that someone could easily dismiss because they've been vaccinated.
She says we are now starting to see what COVID-19 can look like in vaccinated people because the Delta variant is causing breakthrough cases. In Columbus, Olivia Eugenio.
And I'm Daniel Barnett on the Ohio News Network.
Stand by. You're back to live and local programming in moments on the Watchdog.
Millions plan for retirement online. Estimate your future benefits, apply for retirement, and manage your benefits all from the comfort of your home. And give yourself the freedom to do what you want offline. Social Security's online services help put you in control with secure access to your information anytime, anywhere, allowing you to spend more time with family, friends, or simply just enjoying the day. Social Security, securing today and tomorrow. See what you can do online at socialsecurity.gov.
African Safari Wildlife Park, the Midwest's only drive-through safari park, is home to many animals from around the world. Feed the animals up close and personal from the comfort of your own vehicle. Stroll the walkthrough with its many exciting animals on exhibit and enjoy educational animal programs. Visit the gift shop for souvenirs, food, and cold drinks. Don't miss out on the fun and family adventure and the unbeatable photo opportunities at African Safari Wildlife Park, located in Port Clinton, Ohio. For more details, visit AfricanSafariWildlifePark.com.
Hello, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm the Storm Tracker, Darnell Foster, with a look at your local weather forecast for your Friday. A mix of sun and clouds, a cooler day with a high near 76. We're back to about 60 for the overnight low under partly cloudy skies. Partly cloudy conditions around for your Saturday with highs in the mid-70s. Have yourself a great day, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster.
The views and opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of this station or its sponsors.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a and substance of things and ideas. You just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
Now it's time for Bill DeFabio on AM 1600 WKKX, the Watchdog.
I thought I was going to get the paper towels out. I thought I was going to puke when I looked at the Pitt football schedule. Are you kidding me? They open up with the University of Massachusetts. Okay, then on 9/11 they go to Tennessee. That'll be a tough game. Then they come home. It's funny how these teams are playing at Pitt, where they'll get maybe 20,000 people, not like West Virginia, right, or Penn State. They have Massachusetts at home, September 4th. Then they go to Tennessee on 9/11. September 18th, Western Michigan. You know, Western Michigan might win that. And then, the following week, they host New Hampshire. Now, I know New Hampshire has a good hockey team. I forgot they had a football team. Hopefully, next year or the year after or whatever, West Virginia can be on this schedule, okay? It would help if, West Virginia's in the ACC, okay? So, but, a lot of the home games for Pitt are games you should win on paper. And I'm looking over to, on this date, I remember this, cost people a lot of jobs with the Pittsburgh Maulers, who are part of the United States Football League. Well, on this date in 1986, the USFL wins a lawsuit against the National Football League. The jury finds the NFL violated antitrust laws, and they awarded the USFL $1 in damages. Are you kidding me? One of the trades I didn't like on this date in 1994, the Penguins traded right winger Rick Tocchet, who should have a job as a head coach somewhere. They traded Rick Tocchet in a second-round draft pick to the LA Kings in exchange for left wing Luke Robitaille. Luke didn't last very long. Not very long. And for those of you old enough to remember Honus Wagner, who is no longer with us, but if you go to PNC Park, opposite the Willie Stargell statue, located between Stargell and the Clemente statue, you have Honus Wagner. But back on this date in 1915, he was 41 years old. He becomes the oldest player to hit a grand slam as the Pirates beat Brooklyn 8-2. Now, the grand slam, the home run did not go over the fence. It was an inside the park home run. How about that? He remained the record holder until 1985 when Tony Perez, who was a very good baseball player for the Cincinnati Reds, hit one the day before his 43rd birthday. We have 2 hours and about 40 minutes before the baseball deadline. I keep checking the Pirates.com to see if they've traded anybody for prospects. And I'll let you know if anything major happens. Yesterday was just unbelievable. So, Lola, did you cry when Max went traveling again?
No.
Okay.
No.
He wanted to go to a West Coast team, so he wanted a chance to maybe win a World Series again, because it's been a couple of years. I like him. He's been around a long time, and he's a Hall of Famer, all right? And but you know what? They also got trainer out of this, a very good shortstop who was in the All-Star game not too long ago. So, as I mentioned at the beginning, the rich just got a little bit richer. But that's the way it is in baseball. Unless the owners shut down the game for a year or two, the players, because it's the strongest union maybe in America, at least in all sports, okay? The NFL would like to have the union that the ball players have in baseball. There never will be, in my opinion, or while I'm living or Lola's living, a salary cap. How do you stop a salary cap? Shut everything down. But these owners who are crying, well, we're a small market, they're still making millions of dollars. That's the bottom line. Need a salary cap. How about, let's play even. Everybody has a chance to do this, do that. But, and I said it again, you got a team like the Yankees or my Red Sox or the Dodgers, they don't care if they spend $25 million, 2-year contract with somebody and it doesn't pan out. They just pay him off, get rid of him, and go buy somebody. The Pirates have to rebuild. So they got all these draft picks, all these prospects. Hopefully they'll turn out to be very, very good. And hopefully none of them have an agent named Scott Boras, because he doesn't work really with teams like Pittsburgh because he knows they can't afford his talented clients. It's as simple as that. That's why I'm probably rooting for the San Diego Padres maybe to win it all. I don't think it's going to happen, although they have a lot of all-stars, I got to watch Adam Frazier last night. He made another nice catch. I think he went 1 for 4 or whatever. It's just strange seeing. Almost every game I watch that's not a Pirate or a Red Sox, there's got to be an ex-Pirate in that lineup. Now there's rumors that the Red Sox may go after a first baseman. They need a real good first baseman. Josh Bell, a former Pirate, with the Washington Nationals. The Nationals are unloading everybody. They're having a fire sale. So I'll be happy at 4 o'clock. And I'll be checking my phone till 3 for on the air here. I don't know if anything big is going to happen, but we'll just have to wait and see. Just wait and see. And the Yankees, they're putting everything in one basket. They're going after it this year. And if they don't even make the one wild card, well, even if they make the wild card game, 1 and you're out, they better advance. Or else we're going to look at a new general manager, Brian Cashman, and I think Aaron Boone will get the axe, and he'll end up back in the broadcast booth, which I thought he was very, very good. So, that's just the way it is. I'm going to get some opinions from Lola. Lola, I'm going to ask you about the big story in the Olympics. Simone Biles, okay? She's taken a lot of heat, which I don't think she deserves.
No, she does not.
But I'm going to hear from you. Save your thoughts, because you know me, I have open ears, and I close my mouth when you speak. Lola with some comments on the big story, and it shouldn't be, in the Olympics.
Hi, it's Howard Monroe. We had a very busy Friday on the Watchdog Morning Show. A look at the college conference changes that could be coming with Scott Nolte from WTRF TV. Newspaper editor John McCabe and I kicked around the mayor's State of the City speech. Brad McElhenney updated us on what Governor Justice is thinking about the Delta variant. And we talked about a state senator who's calling on Justice to resign. Plus, we have the Friday funnies and more. Have a great weekend. I'll see you Monday, 7 o'clock, the Watchdog Morning Show. It all gets underway right here.
I'm Josh from Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration. I hope you are staying healthy. We continue to respond to structural, fire, and water emergencies. We are combating COVID-19 with our highly trained staff and latest disinfection systems, providing preventative and reactive disinfection to facilities around the region, while working with area hospitals on isolation areas and air filtering. At Panhandle, we continue to follow social distancing and hygiene protocols. We are dedicated to our community, and together we will get through this.
The Pro Football Hall of Fame wraps up the greatest enshrinement week ever with the concert event of the summer, when Brad Paisley and Leonard Skinner headline the Concert for Legends, Monday, August 9th at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton. Tickets for this one-of-a-kind concert experience are on sale now at ProFootballHof.com. Brad Paisley, I'm gonna miss her. Leonard Skinner, sharing the stage for the first time ever in Canton, Monday, August 9th. Get your tickets at ProFootballHof.com.
Give us a call and tell us what you're thinking. Locally, 304-214-1600. Out of the area, toll free, 866-514-1600 or 304-232.
Oh, there's something so real about living local, and I know without a doubt I'm not alone. And I'm loving living local. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. Said I'm loving living local. WTRF is working for me. The Ohio Valley is where I love to be.
Does your dog need groomed or walked? Are you looking for a pet sitter or dog boarding options? If so, call Dirty Paws, Wheeling's newest pet care service, providing the Ohio Valley with everyone's pet care needs. Check us out on Facebook at Dirty Paws WHG or call 304 639 7754.
In this dirty old part of the city where the sun refused to shine, people tell me there ain't no use in trying. Now, my girl, you're so young and pretty, and one thing I know is true: you'll be dead before your time is due. I know. Watch my daddy in bed crying. Watch his hair been turning gray. He's been working and slaving his life away. Oh yes, I know.
Way back when, Little Billy just loved the animals. They just looked like they were tough guys on stage. None of them ever smiled. I watched them, the best of Ed Sullivan and the British Invasion. I think they were on Sullivan like 9 times. They never smiled. At least the Beatles smiled. The Dave Clark Five, well-dressed guys, okay, they smiled, but not Eric Burdon and the Animals. Well, I guess if you're an animal, you're tough, whatever, but I play that greatest hits all the time, believe it or not, on an album, because I got 2 or 3 of those Crosley replica record players, okay? I bought a couple of them when they were on sale up at Best Buy. Yeah. Now you have to order them because people are starting to play records again. How times have changed. How times have changed. All right, Lola, I have comments. I thought she was this year's version of Michael Phelps as far as the face of the Olympics. And now she's getting criticized. I don't know if it's mental health. She was a little bit nervous or whatever, but she's taking way too much criticism. You agree?
Yes, I do.
So-
The whole country was like counting on her. Everything rode on Simone Biles. And, you know, when she couldn't do it, her head wasn't in it. Believe me, I know from personal experience how mishaps happen when you just, your head's not there. And she, rightfully so, was afraid she was going to get hurt.
Yeah.
And, you know, and as it turns out, a young girl a teammate that was surprised that she made the Olympic team won the gold in the all around. So, you know, it ended up well for those who have this compulsion about counting up gold medals. You know, we got one, regardless of who it was that got it. And, you know, it's unfortunate that people are so hyped. You go out and do it.
Yeah.
If you think it's so damned easy, this child has literally, since she was wee little, has devoted her entire life to gymnastics. She had no real childhood. None of those kids do. No. And it's about time they all start speaking up and saying, you know what, this is not good for me. This is not healthy for me anymore. And I don't care if it's gymnastics or any other sport, track and field, you know, when it comes to the Winter Olympics, ice skating and that kind of, it doesn't matter. You know, it's too much pressure to put on these kids.
And if you're not mentally prepared, you know, one just slight move in what she does could mean broken bones, broken neck. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what happened when she tried that vault. You know, it just didn't come off at all. And
I mean, there's a lot of great stories, and that's an interesting story. But you know, let it go, let it go. I hope she doesn't watch all the sportscasts and all that, but I'm sure she's being reminded about. I just feel bad for her, and I don't even know her, but I know of her success, past and whatever. Just let it go. Let her feel comfortable with the remaining days of her athletic life. How old is she, Lola? Mid-20s?
No, I think she's like 23 or something like that.
Wait a minute. Flip it. Oh, 24. Okay. All right. But, you know, but anyhow, we're leading in medals, and a lot of people think that's what counts. You know, you got to get that gold. You Can't get the gold. Hey, get the silver. Bronze is not too bad. All right. But it's all nuts. It's all nuts, especially with social media, you know. And I know she even posted on social media that she felt the weight of the world on her shoulders.
Yes, that's
and
terrible.
yeah. So I don't know. I feel bad for the girl. Really bad. We'll give you Tokyo updates. When are these things over with? Do you know? Is it another week?
No.
This weekend?
Maybe. It's only 17 days.
Oh, okay. All right. That's a lot of time. Italy, by the way, hasn't made the top 15, but that's all right. Really, the reason I bring up Italy, tonight at the Wild Things, not only is it fireworks, and you can almost touch all of the fireworks. They go up in the air and come back down because you're that close. It's in the parking lot near the left field wall. Great fireworks. It's also Italian night, okay? So go up to the ballpark. Nice crowd expected, about 1,100 pre-sale already, all right? Now bring the kids. Bring them on Sunday for Kids Day. I don't want to forget Kids Day. Kids 12 and under get in free. I mean, it's just a great thing. And it's superhero night for Kids Day. Superhero night. No, I'm sorry, I can't join Superman, Batman. There's a bunch of superheroes. The interns will be dressed up like superheroes. That's fun watching the kids pose with not only the Wild Thing, but the superhero night. So a lot of good stuff happening at the ballpark, all right? And the other ballpark, those Pirates. How about this, Lola? They get swept by Milwaukee, a 3-game series. And I know a lot of the guys, their heads are not in the game because half of their teammates are gone, it seems. But here is Milwaukee, a pretty good team. A couple players out. Yelich out, COVID-19. They're missing a couple people in the IR, and they still swept 3 from the Pirates, okay? They sweep 3 from the Pirates and outscore the Pirates in that 3-game series 28-3. Okay, whatever. It's sad. Who's coming up? Oh, because he doesn't have to cover the Steelers until a couple hours from now. Ray Fittipaldo will be here. And I will shut him off on the telephone if he says, go Yankees. No, I won't, because I know his kid loves the Yankees. He was jumping for joy last night. Hey, Dad, we got Gallo. Okay, we got Rizzo. Yeah, okay, whatever. Whatever, you still got to win. You still got to beat Tampa Bay. You're not going to catch the Boston Red Sox, who are like 30 games over 500. Tampa Bay, you got to play for that one spot in the wild card race. And you never know. Look at Garrett Cole. He got crushed yesterday by Tampa Bay. And, I guess his fastball wasn't working. But you just never know. That's why I wouldn't mind seeing the Oakland A's, who have been to the postseason, and it's usually 1 and out. All right? I like Starling Marte, and they got him. They just, their budget's very slim, like the Pirates. They play in the worst ballpark in the majors, minors, Pony League. It's awful, because I've been there and done that, I'd like to see them, build a new stadium. I don't want to see them move like the Oakland Raiders. That would be a shame if there's only one team in Oakland, and that's the Golden State Warriors. Of course, you got San Francisco next door, but Oakland A's, I'd like to see them do well. And I'm a big Terry Francona fan, I got to see his dad play in the '63 All-Star game in Cleveland. I think that ticket was $2. Where did I sit? Up by the guy that has the drums. He's still there. The big Indian. Chief, whatever it is. He won't be there next year. By the way, Lola, have you seen that Guardians logo?
No.
It's not bad. It's still going to be strange. If I'm around next year, I'm going to say Cleveland Indians. That's like Las Vegas Knights, Las Vegas Raiders. To me, the Raiders are still the Oakland Raiders. The best and the worst fans anywhere. Been to Oakland for a Steeler game. I'm glad I was with security. I'm glad I didn't wear anything Steelers. About 15 years ago, there was a couple of Steeler fans screaming, "Here we go, Steelers." And people started to punch them and kick them in the head before the security guards got there. Yeah, it's wild there. It's crazy, and it's dangerous. But, Oakland deserves a football team. No doubt about it. There's a lot of prestige there, even from the old American Football League. The great rivalries in the 70s, the many games played at Three River Stadium in Oakland, Alameda County Stadium between the Steelers and the Raiders. stuff made for 30/30 or ESPN, whatever they call them. They got shows on everything now, documentaries. So, Cleveland, Terry Francona. Hey, Francona won't be able to manage the Cleveland Indians anymore because he's stepping away as manager to focus on his ailing health. Hopefully he saves his cap and his jersey. Might be worth a lot of money on eBay. I shouldn't say that, but, I got a lot of Indian stuff. I think I have a jersey from like 20 years ago. Got it at an auction for a couple of bucks. Like, who wants something from Cleveland, right? All right, Indians. I'll start practicing at the end of the season. Guardians. You got to say Guardians to Fabio. And Lola, if I'm around, you got to keep track on how many times I say Indians, okay? Because every time I say Indians, that's another lunch I owe you. How about that? You like that deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. I still can't believe Max is no longer a Tiger, let alone a National. Now he's with the Dodgers. And I can't believe in that same deal, you're going to say, well, the Dodgers gave up some good prospects. Excuse me. They don't care. They're like the Yankees, the Red Sox. They can go out and buy players if they need them. They'll pay that luxury tax. The Pirates don't have to worry about luxury tax. Maybe they'll tax your beer at the stadium, but, small market, well, San Diego's doing their best, small market. Look at Tampa Bay. They lose a lot of great players, and they still find ways of winning because they got a smart front office. I'm going to give Ben Cherington, because I know of what he performed in Boston. He helped the Red Sox to a couple of World Series. I got a feeling that he had a meeting with the guy down the hallway, not hallway, but down the street, Bob Nutting. And I think Bob may have said to Ben, be patient with us. Maybe down the road we'll spend some money. Because Ben's not a yo-yo. He's not stupid. He had to see something here as far as the future of Pirate baseball that would make him come here because he's got a lot of offers. Okay? All right, we're going to take a break, and then we're going to go from baseball to Olympics to the Steelers. What's happening with Ray Fittipaldo? An interesting story broke this morning concerning the Steelers scoreboard at Heinz Field. You're saying, huh? What? Huh? Huh? What's going on? I'm going to tell you when we take a break, the variety show.
The Metro News Update is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
West Virginia Metro News, I'm Chris Lawrence. In Charleston, an infant is being treated for injuries after a mid-morning car wreck that police say the 7-month-old was in a vehicle stolen and then crashed. The incident occurred in the parking lot of a convenience store, then moved on to McCorkle Avenue and then to the 35th Street Bridge of the Kanawha River. That's where the wreck occurred. Police are still trying to work out the complicated details this afternoon. Active cases of COVID-19 in West Virginia have again topped 2,000. New numbers out today from the DHHR show those cases at 2,057, the highest active case total since June 21st. Governor Jim Justice says he is concerned about the increase in cases, but is not yet considering bringing back some of the old restrictions.
This is not time, again, to be running through the streets in panic. It's not time for that. It's not time for that at all.
And the governor has called for more reviews and says he'll do 3 media briefings a week in the coming weeks instead of 2. Appalachian Power, before the PSC, is seeking to implement a surcharge to cover their losses amid the pandemic. APCO's John Scalzo says they deferred that surcharge last year because of the pandemic.
Somewhere along the line, we're going to have to catch back up. I mean, if you do a catch-up and you get there, we'll be in a better spot. If you don't, in this case here, we have a $55 million deferral. As of when we filed this case. It's grown to $74 million.
From the
costs are going up.
You're listening to Metro News, the voice of West Virginia. In Huntington, acting U.S. Attorney Lisa Johnston says 18 people have been indicted by a federal grand jury connected to a drug trafficking operation that was moving all kinds of drugs, including fentanyl, methamphetamine, cocaine, oxycodone, and heroin. The recently completed TBT basketball tournament held at the Charleston Coliseum had a monster impact on the capital city's economy. The city of Charleston released information this week claiming the tournament, one of 4 nationally, was an $8.6 million boost to the economy. From the Metro News Anchor Desk, I'm Chris Lawrence.
AutomotiveMap.com presents the Sports Flash, powered by the Store on the Watchdog. I'm John Thayer. The SEC has officially invited Big 12 co-founders Oklahoma and Texas to join the league after the 14 SEC presidents and chancellors voted unanimously to invite the two schools. After the two schools accept the invitation, which could happen as early as today, the next step would be to determine when the move will become a reality. Cade Cunningham from Oklahoma State went number 1 overall in last night's NBA draft. He was selected by the Detroit Pistons. South Africa's Tatiana Schoenmaker set the first individual swimming world record in the Olympics yesterday. It's the third of this Tokyo Aquatic Center competition, the other two being relays. Download the Score app today, lightning fast sports alerts, so you never miss a thing. I'm John Thayer with the Sports Flash, powered by the Score on the Watchdog.
O'Reilly. When it's a warm day and your car's AC is blowing hot air, you need some relief. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts and talk to our professional parts people about AC Pro refrigerant recharge kits for your vehicle. Buy now and you'll get a $15 gift card after mail-in rebate. Keep cool this summer with AC Pro refrigerant at O'Reilly Auto Parts, in store or at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Finding your true love is one of life's great adventures. Let Christian Mingle guide you on this journey and join our growing community of practicing singles looking for the one. Life is full of surprises. The one God intends for you might be closer than you think, even at your church. Embrace the adventure that awaits you with Christian Mingle. Visit christianmingle.com/radio today. That's christianmingle.com/radio.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is, fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-362-2000, 362-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. I'm a private real estate investor who can solve your real estate problems fast for cash. Do you want to sell and just be done with it? Okay, great. I buy vacant properties, boarded up houses, pre-foreclosures, and inherited properties. I also buy apartment buildings, rental portfolios, divorce homes. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. I look forward to solving your real estate problems today. Give me a call for an all-cash offer at 614-362-2000, 614-362-2000.
Quaker Steak and Lube at the Highlands is the perfect place to relax after a long day. Happy hour from 3 to 6 Monday through Friday. Get $2 off appetizers, $3 off domestic drafts, and house wine specials. Quaker Steak and Lube, voted Best Wings USA. Quaker Steak and Lube at the Highlands with another steal of a deal. Get a steak burger and fries all day Monday for only $8.99. It's also Military Mondays. The Lube will take 25% off for all veterans, active duty military, and first responders. Quaker Steak and Lube, voted Best Wings USA.
Now, during the Jim Robinson Ford Lincoln Toyota Pre-Owned Super Sale, select from over 80 vehicles in stock starting under $5,000. Most are local trades, many with one owner. Hurry to Jim Robinson at the Highlands, home of lifetime powertrain protection. Now, during the Jim Robinson Ford Lincoln Toyota Pre-Owned Super Sale, select from over 80 vehicles in stock starting under $5,000. Most are local trades, many with one owner. Hurry to Jim.
Hi, it's Hoppy Kercheval inviting you to join me weekdays, 10 till noon for Statewide Talk Line. We talk about the big stories affecting us in West Virginia. We talk with top political figures, sports personalities, and sometimes just us folks talking, all offering our opinions on what's happening today. 10 till noon, right after the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe.
Upside right side up. Yeah, don't it make you wanna twist and shout when you're inside got to be yellow. Don't try to fool me. And don't it
We are
make
back.
you wanna twist and shout when you're outside.
I won't ask our next guest about the Yankees. Oh, yes, I will. Damn Yankees. That was a musical, by the way. This just in. The Boston Red Sox just sold Babe Ruth to the New York Yankees for $125,000. Does it sound like I'm a little bit on a rant with what your Yankees did in the last 24 hours? How, Ray?
I mean, no different than what they do every year, and I don't know.
Go ahead.
Hasn't led to a World Series lately, has it? So maybe they're spending foolishly again. We'll have to wait and see.
I thought they'd go after pitching, and I would have bet your salary at the PG, which is over 6 figures, right, a year. I would have bet your salary, Anthony Rizzo, I would be mentioning today, is a Boston Red Sox. He wanted to go to Boston, so I guess the offer was better with the Yankees. It's a hell of a lineup. They get Rizzo right after they get Joey Gallo, and I'm there, whoa, they need pitching. I mean, Garrett Cole gave up 7 earned runs yesterday. I mean, he's probably had a bad day. All guys have a bad day. And then the New York Yankees of the West Coast, the LA Dodgers, just got a whole lot better. We need a salary cap. You got to say yes to that.
Oh, I 100% agree to that,
But would never happen. Not with that strong union.
The Players Association has never gone for it, and they're not going to start now.
No, they're not. All right, let's talk about something I really like. Steelers. Tonight, is it a twilight workout? Because you can't call it Friday Night Lights, because by the time they get done, they won't even turn the lights on.
No, I guess Friday Night Twilight will do.
I like that, Twilight. Yeah.
Yeah, 5 to 7 in Heinz Field, and I think there's over 13,000 tickets that have been downloaded. We'll see how many show up, but it should be a fun night at the old ball yard.
Yeah, there'll probably be more fans at the stadium to watch a practice than there will be next door with the Pirates and Philadelphia. You know what I mean?
I'm actually going to the Pirates game on Saturday night. My kids, as you know, big Yankees fans, they still follow Didi Gregorius, and now Gregorius plays for the Phillies. So I'll be over there on Saturday night.
Oh, you're making me sick. You're making me sick. Really, you are. You know, I like Didi, too. I thought he looked good in the Red Sox uniform, you know. What's going to happen, like, is it next year with Aaron Judge? And, you know, they got these big salaries with Stanton. I mean, if you're the Yankees, you don't have to worry about the luxury tax, right?
Well, at some point you do, unless you want to get taxed. But, you got Giancarlo Stanton, you got Judge. I have no idea how they're going to fit all these guys onto their payroll. But they don't seem too concerned about that now. All they seem concerned about is trying to get into the dance in October.
Okay, all right. Before I ask you what I thought was a stupid news item this morning, listening to the radio, how does James Pierre fit in the plans of the Steelers? I like his hair, by the way. I should make a hairpiece out of that.
I think that's to be determined. Right now they're taking a long look at Antoine Brooks and Anthony Mollett at slot corner.
Okay.
And, we'll see, we'll see if either of those guys can handle that job. If not, James Pierre is going to be involved as the third corner. Cam Sutton's probably going to have to bump inside if Mollett or Brooks doesn't win that competition. So, Pierre's a good special teams player, got a little bit of a taste late last season playing in the sub packages. So they know he's okay, but I think they want Brooks or Mollett to win that competition just so they can keep Cam Sutton outside if they can.
Is there a sleeper or two that you've noticed in the first few days of training camp that we can talk about? Any sleepers? Or anybody that has surprised you?
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's it's early, only 2. Actually, tonight will be the second padded practice. I'll give you a couple of names, and I don't even know if these guys are going to stick on the 53, make the 53-man roster or the practice squad. But offensive tackle Aviente Collins looked really good in one-on-one pass pro drills that first day on Wednesday. He's a guy to keep an eye on. Also, Matthew Sexton, a receiver out of Eastern Michigan. He's a rookie. Rico Bussey, another receiver out of North Texas. And then he transferred to Hawaii. He's another guy. He had 3 big catches yesterday. So, the first couple of days, these guys have to get established, and they have to stack days, as Tomlin would say. But those are some of the early standouts among kind of the fringe roster guys, if you will.
I cannot believe that I'll be talking about it next week, or Hall of Fame week here on the radio, okay? Steelers Hall of Fame, whatever. Might even give the Dallas Cowboys a mention. That they think they're the New York Yankees of the NFL, but we all know they're not. And they still think they're America's team. I don't know what they're drinking in Texas. But we're 6 days away from football. Right?
Can you believe it? Yeah, can you believe it?
Next Thursday night, Steelers and Cowboys in Canton? Are you kidding me?
Bill, I don't know how many starters are going to play. Probably not that many, but football season is back, and after another long sort of COVID-filled year to this point, I think we're all ready to get back to some football.
Is Najee still wearing the yellow wristband?
He has not worn the yellow wristband the last couple of days, although, Bill, I would caution that doesn't necessarily mean he's fully vaccinated. There was a story earlier this week that you only have to wear those inside the building. You could take those off once you get onto the practice field. So maybe somebody with the Steelers didn't communicate that to him, and he's not wearing it now, or he's fully vaccinated now. We don't know the story, though, because we haven't been allowed to talk to Harris yet. So we'll see where that goes. But, yeah, as of right now, he does not have the yellow wristband on.
Well, that's your assignment for me, okay?
Will do. If I could magically have him appear before the podium after practice today, I would do that, Bill, but he is not scheduled to talk.
Yeah, okay. I was going to give you the best of Yogi Berra isms that I use here. It's great Yogi Berra quotes. That was one Yankee I enjoyed. The Pirates for years at Three River Stadium, it seemed like every other year they would bring the 60 Yankees and the 60 Pirates together for a party, And I had a chance to talk to Yogi Berra. And I wish, I threw away a lot of my interviews on cassette. I wish I would have kept them. He had me, I didn't wet my pants, but he had me laughing. I mean, if you've read some of his quotes, he's even better live, And then I got to know his son, Dale, because he was a Pirate for a while. And the Wild Things play, I guess it's a dumpy place, because the New Jersey Jackals, they just lost a 3-game series to the Wild Things. I talked to the players their first time around. They said, yeah, it's a dump. You would think, since it's next to Yogi Berra Museum, which is brand new, that the stadium would be taken care of. It's Yogi Berra Stadium, for crying out loud. Give it some prestigious makeover. You know what I mean?
I hear you. Dale Berra, he got a championship ring with the Pirates in '79, and I think he stuck around until '82 or '83. So
he ended up with the Yankees when Yogi was still with him as a coach or something. Yogi was fired how many times by Georgie Porgy? 3?
Yeah.
Was that
probably,
Billy Martin? I don't know.
Well, that was Billy Martin, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, here's where I can take a shot at your Yankees. On this date in 1890, Mr. Yankee, Casey Stengel, called the Old Professor, was born. Yeah, he won 7 World Series titles with the Yankees, passed away in 1975. Casey, if you're listening up there somewhere, beyond the blue sky, you didn't win the 60 World Series, did you?
So he was 70 years old for the 60 World Series, and a lot of Yankee fans blame him for that Game 7 loss.
Because he didn't start Whitey Ford.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but they didn't expect Bill Mazeroski to hit the game. I still see Yogi going back, over his head.
That was a shot. How many feet do you think that would have been? I mean, that was hitting that ball to left center in that ballpark. That was. I'd like to know the distance on that one.
I have no idea. Today we would know the distance, what the guy threw, and everything, and back
That's
then.
the velocity.
Yeah. Back then we just knew how many stitches were on a baseball. That was a trivia question. But Casey Stengel, 70 years old. He's managing the Yankees, and they were so good in 1960. They were so good. And the games they won over the Pirates were like 12-5 or whatever. But the Pirates won the big game that they needed to win, And I think and I thought of this as a kid, what was his name at shortstop, got hit in the throat with a baseball?
Tony Kubek.
I thought when that happened, I said, maybe something good will happen with the Pirates. And a couple innings later, boom, we'll see you later. Whatever. That's Pittsburgh's greatest moment in baseball. So winning the 71-79 World Series was good, but they beat the darn Yankees, who next year beat a very good Cincinnati Reds team in 5 games.
Yeah.
And you know the story with Mickey Mantle. To the day he died, he still can't figure out how the Yankees lost that series. Well, Mickey, if you're listening to me up in the blue sky, you lost that 7th game. Could have, should have, never would happen, And the Pirates won games at Yankee Stadium, so yeah, it was good. And my guy Harvey Haddix, I guess, won 2 games. All right, I got to ask you because I won't call them competitors because I think they sound like a college radio station. But the guys in the Bird, they spend a lot of time, because I listen, in case I miss something, talking about the scoreboard. Did the Steelers put something up there for the fans not to record practice sessions?
Yes, they put a message asking fans who were in attendance not to take photo or videos because, you put those out there on social media and then the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens and everyone else knows your plays. So, this, Bill, as covering practice like I do.
Oh, yeah, they don't show you anything.
Yeah, they don't. They don't.
To me, that's paranoia. I know the Steelers are a great franchise and all that BS, but you know what? They're paranoid like all other teams in professional sports. All right? Let the fans do what they want. The fans should know, and they probably do because they're smart, I think. The Steelers aren't going to show you anything during practice that's open to the public. We watch those practice sessions. I fall asleep standing on the field there, go, oh, yeah, when are they going to serve us food, man? I just know, whatever. You might see a cool play. They might experiment with it. And you're going to say, that's going to work. But you don't see that play during the game. Whatever, But I guess that's a big story. I don't know.
They built that big contraption on the south side, too, because you have those buildings across the train tracks there. They're worried about people spying on them. So,
well, there's a hill up on the top there to the right. When you're coming from underneath the balcony and you're looking at the field, to the right there's that big hill,
Yes.
Somebody could be up there with binoculars.
And they wouldn't be able to do anything about it.
Yeah, might be Bill Belichick. Is that nice? Did I say that about Check? No. Yeah, Lola taught me well. If you don't get caught, you're not cheating.
I think football coaches and football executives are among the most paranoid people in the world, and perhaps because of that guy you just mentioned. I don't know. I'm not naming any names, but maybe, just maybe.
Well, Harvey Haddix used to tell me. Harvey Haddix, one of the all-time great players, a perfect game, 12 innings, and the Pirates lost in the 13th or whatever. We always used to meet at the Eaton Park in Green Tree, and I used to get mad at him. He'd never let me pay for my big boy. He always picked up the tab, and he would tell me some great stories. One of them, they had during a series, I think it was against the San Francisco Giants, who, of course, had a great team there for a while with Willie Mays, Willie McCovey, Jim Ray Hart, There was a guy, a scout or somebody, in the scoreboard. Their scoreboard was like Fenway Park. Everything was hand-numbered and everything,
Yep.
There was a guy up there on the top level, trying to steal signs. So, that was back in the 60s. Today, who knows, what goes on. You got somebody banging on a trash can. Alex Core, I forgive you. Nobody trusts anybody today. But, people are getting away with things we probably don't know about, and I don't care. You still got to, put the ball in play. You still got to get a W and whatever. And nothing's simple anymore, Now we got analytics. I can't even spell that word. But a lot of teams say, oh, hey, we're into analytics. We know what's going on. Do you? I don't know. Do you care how many times a guy picks his nose at home plate and then hits a home run? So next time you see a guy picking his nose, what are you going to do? Throw him a slider, curve? I don't know.
Hey, how about the shift? We never thought we'd see
and
a
I think
shift
that
in
sucks,
baseball.
too. I think that sucks, too. You like the shift, Lola? No, she doesn't like it either. All right. I think that's so ridiculous, so stupid,
I don't know why when you're up to bat, you should be able to. You've been doing this since you could pick up a stick.
Yeah.
And you still can't angle your hit into that big gaping hole that they leave there. Nope. What they do, they hit it straight into the midst of the mob. I don't get it.
Yeah, Oh, how about bunting the ball down there? Nobody's covering third base there. if everybody's shifting to the right, nobody bunts anymore, it seems.
The Tigers have been using the bunt quite often, and we're winning.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. I'm a Tiger fan, you know. I worked I worked at the gas station with my parents, it was Esso. And I put a Tiger in a lot of tanks, Lola. There you go. I did. It's crazy out there, Ray, and it's only going to get worse in all these sports, you know?
Yeah,
And I blame social media and a lot of this bull crap.
Well, here's one idea, and those are great points about hitting outside the shift and bunting.
Yeah.
But they don't sign the big contracts to bunt. They sign them to hit home runs, and you will never, ever convince the players to do that. And there might be a few who do that, ones that want to hit for high average and all that.
Oh, yeah. You got a couple of guys that strike out. You got a couple of guys that either strike out or walk. Joey Gallo, 40 home runs a couple years in a row? But one time he struck out 125 times. Come on.
Yeah, it's a different game. It's a completely different game
Yeah.
from what I grew up on in the 70s and 80s. Completely different.
Yeah. And, I don't know, but you like the DH?
I mean, I can leave it or take it, but I know it's coming. So, I mean, I
Lola,
guess...
you don't like the DH, do you?
No, I think it takes away from the manager being able to. The manager should be able to manage. You have to work around a pitcher.
Yep.
And I've just anecdotally, I don't know any players, but I've heard that a lot of pitchers really do enjoy batting. And, so it's, and I know Bill's argument for the DH has always been, well, let those guys that are can't really play anymore still collect a paycheck. No, you know what? You've been getting billions of dollars anyway. Retire. Become an analyst. That's what everybody else does.
Yeah. Take jobs away from young kids that go to school and practice for that and work for that, but you know what? That doesn't happen today. Back when I was growing up, Ray, you had very few ex-athletes in the booth. Now at almost every game you see somebody there, and
That's a prerequisite to get a job now.
Yeah. So if I was starting this business again next week, I probably wouldn't be successful. I know what? There's a future in newspapers. Oops. Sorry, Ray.
Hey, how about to Lola's point? When I was a kid, Rick Rhoden, he batted like 333 a couple of years. Yeah. Don Robinson.
Yeah, he could hit the ball.
Rick Russell was a great hitter.
Yep.
I mean, you don't see that anymore. Pitchers don't work at hitting like they used to in the 70s or 80s. Guys like Rick Rhoden, they were good pitchers, but they added extra value because you could use them as pinch hitters, or they didn't have to worry about hitting for them, in the 6th or 7th inning. No, it's a crazy game right now.
A couple of things also that I don't like. I'm tired of these guys. Guy gets a base hit. Let's say San Diego's Tatis gets a base hit. He's BSing with the Pirates' first baseman. They're laughing, giggling. Hey, everybody's a buddy. Hey, nice hit, guy. You didn't see that in the 50s, 60s, or 70s. And if you crowded the plate, and your name was Bob Gibson, Bob Veal, Don Drysdale, they would probably hit you in the ass or in the back. You know? Now today, if your ball gets close, they want to throw down their bat and both benches empty. And you never really see a good fight unless it was Cincinnati and Pittsburgh back in the 70s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that bothers me. And I'm watching last night, baseball tonight.
Boy, somebody's really got all of a sudden some complaints, huh?
Yeah. And I was upset last night. It really bothered me last night. Okay, it really bothered me. Every game they went to, you got the outfielder pulling out a card out of his back pocket to see what the guy does at the plate. Come on, don't you do enough research watching videos? It's like hockey players.
Analytics.
Like the hockey players and the Pirate players and the Red Sox players that I've watched, all the players, when they're in the dugout or they're behind the bench in a hockey game, they're looking at a laptop or something. Oh, let's see what this guy does. Yeah. Give me a break. Just play the game. What angles are you going to have that the other team does? Whatever. I guess I'm old, school, old, foolish, and don't you laugh at me anymore, Lola. You're getting up there in age, too.
That's true.
I'm done.
All right.
You want to rant, Ray? You want to talk about your great trades? They are great.
No, let's see. Bill, let's see how it goes, and then we'll talk about it.
We got 2 more hours. Maybe the Red Sox will finish the 2 hours with a couple blockbusters.
Yeah, maybe they will.
And maybe they won't. I don't know. I'm going to root for the Oakland A's.
Well, I'll say something that's very happy.
Yeah.
Miguel Cabrera hit 2 home runs in that game last night that we won.
He's got 497. All he needs is 3 more to hit 500.
I know it. And I think they've got a clock now at Tiger Stadium, counting them down. But yeah, 2 in 1 game.
Yeah.
And a year ago, he couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. I don't know, that COVID break must have done something for him.
Okay. I'm going to put that item in my column WC. Who cares?
Whether
How do you
do
like
or
that?
not. I do.
Actually, I like Cabrera.
All right, well, we got to go.
Yeah, would you like him if he was a DH? Or he should have retired?
He should retire. He's got children. Go home and play with your kids.
Okay. Ray, go home and play with your kids.
All right, you guys have a good weekend.
You have more than one, don't you?
I do. I got a little girl and a little boy.
Take care of them, man, because when they grow up, they'll forget who you are. Maybe.
Bye, Ray.
Bye, Ray.
All right, see you guys.
Bye, Ray. Not related to Blu-ray. We'll be right back with, I don't know, somebody's coming in.
The Watchdog is FM 98.1, AM 1600, WKKX, Wheeling.
The ABC News is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
From ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. The CDC released documents from its investigation into the Delta variant that led to the new mask guidelines. It indicates that the dominant COVID strain poses an increased risk for the unvaccinated and breakthrough infections for those who are vaccinated who are able to transmit the virus while showing no or cold-like symptoms. Now a Royal Caribbean cruise confirmed 6 positive COVID cases on a Bahamas cruise where only fully vaccinated adults were allowed on board.
The adults who tested positive were not traveling together and all vaccinated. 3 of the 4 Royal Caribbean says while on board were asymptomatic. The other 2 who were positive were children who were not vaccinated. All 6 were quarantined on the ship and got off when the Adventure of the Seas docked in the Bahamas. It's due to return and set sail again from Nassau this weekend. Alex Stone, ABC News.
As COVID cases go up, millions of Americans are facing possible eviction with the federal moratorium expiring tomorrow.
The Biden administration is now calling on Congress to extend the federal freeze on evictions set to expire on Saturday, arguing its hands are tied by the Supreme Court. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said the eviction moratorium is something, quote, Congress will work out, and was non-committal when asked if she would bring the bill to the House floor Friday for a vote. The statements come as the country grapples with a COVID-19 surge fueled by the highly contagious Delta variant. Catherine Falders, ABC News.
The Senate moving forward on the infrastructure bill. Today, the House Problem Solvers Caucus, which carved out that deal, celebrated.